back just last time, but you were good to go.
I managed to get some things for the safety of that one,
I don't really know what else. Yeah, no, that was it. We're not, there's no interviews or anything today, right?
There.
I don't know, like, what's the difference between the cup and it's a big one or a fun one?
Well, it's part of it. I mean, it's part of the same one.
I'm just going to go try and get a phone charger. Change the plate. too.
Yeah.
Burnie, Glenorchy.
Correct. Yeah.
Burnie's yellow. Right.
Yeah.
Cool. So I also got to do the sky on whatever online.
Yeah. Someone's got to start. It won't take long before you two catch up. All right. Mitchell's got it sorted.
Okay.
All right, welcome ladies and gentlemen to this Football Federation Tasmania Women's Statewide Cup Round 1 at Montello here in Burnie. We have the hosts Burnie United v the visiting Glenorchy Knights. I'm Kimmel Douglas. I'll be taking you through this action today as the players and officials line up. Shake hands or bump fists. We are moments to get away from getting underway in this one. I'll run you through the lineups for this fixture. For the hosts, Burnie United, we have Imogen Beswick in goals, Mia Lutmer, Maya Mitchell, Nikita Hennessy, Annika Smith, Melanie Quirk, Janelle Agar, Jennifer Fuller, Kiara Turwey, Montana West and Mackenzie Bridden, and Rihanna Hasty on the bench. For Glenorchy Knights, we have Bronte Gayden, Jemima Brown, Ella McConnon, Ebony Pitt, Ines Gayden, Sophie Munnings, Ava Wiley, Sarah Bologna, Jessica Shreve and Summer Neal, along with Lennox in goals. And that leaves on the bench Butler, Carr, Bayers and Pinkovic as the players huddle moments before we get underway. An intriguing fixture, this one, with the Burnie United, the reigning Northern Women's Championship team, undefeated last season, but in a bit of a rebuild at the beginning of this one, having lost a couple of key players from last season, including goalkeeper Sarah Glover and young Tully Park, who's made her move to Devonport to join the Devonport Strikers Women's State League team. And they have State League opposition today, Burnie United and Glenorchy Knights, who have had a mixed start to their season, having lost to South Hobart 4-1 last week, but South Hobart certainly in the mix with the Devonport Strikers for the best Women's State League team, and thus not embarrassed by any stretch last week, but certainly looking to bounce back with a win today. Burnie United, somewhat surprisingly, also defeated last week by Launceston City 6-2, their first loss in over a season, so they're certainly looking to bounce back today. The Devonport Strikers women's team, obviously the reigning Statewide Cup victors, beating Kingborough Lions in extra time in the final last year at Lywood Park, but we are underway here at Montello, and Glenorchy looking to settle on the ball early. A couple of changes for Glenorchy Knights. Looks like Pitts has gone into left back for them. Neil out on the left wing. They tussle for the ball centrally. To spread the ball, Bologna. Moving the ball to Shreve. She drives forward. Has to come all the way back to the keeper, Lennox, who's coming into the feet of Quirk, who seems to have chipped, and it's an incredible start, a 35-yard strike from the veteran midfielder Melanie Quirk for Burnie United. The goalkeeper turning the ball over with an errant pass, and Quirk hitting it first time left-footed, clearing the head of the keeper and bouncing into the net. An extraordinary start for the host Burnie United, and exactly, you might say, what the doctor ordered to get their confidence back after a bit of a deflating loss last week. But what an incredible start, with the Women's Northern Championship team taking an early lead against the Women's State League team, and that will give Burnie no ends of confidence, and here on the right wing, May Mitchell, the Burnie United captain. She looks to play back inside. Nice pick up the ball first there. And then they look to transfer the ball through Shreve. She looks to play it out to Neil. Intercepted there by Kiara Turvey. And then thumped clear by Lutmer. Laid off by Hennessy there to Mitchell, who plays centrally. Stepping in centrally there is Wiley. She comes out to Pitt. Then the youngster Munnings there, playing it through. And a good tackle out of left back there by Annika Smith. Glenorchy having a spell on the ball. Shreve comes inside to Gaydon, who drives, flicks the ball out to the left wing, where looking to be on there and in a goal was Neil, but the linesman's flag has been raised. He was in an offside position, and Burnie will have the ball. In goals this week, Imogen Beswick for Burnie United, a change. Last week in goals was Brianna Hasty for Burnie in the league, but a change there. Small bounces to Munnings. And then down to Brown, who lays it off to Gaydon. He looks to play it outside. Has a touch around. Smith getting the better there for Burnie United. Wiley on the right wing, storming forward from right back. A good cross into the box, cleared away by Burnie. And a tussle for the ball in central midfield. Numbers there for Knights. Munnings comes back to Pitt. Turned over, up the line, and out of play. So many would say a surprise early lead here. Avisa Bologna, the coach for Glenorchy Knights, and might be a little concerned, but it is early days, and Ray Park, I'm sure, will be very happy with the start his side have made, the Burnie United coach. Long throw up the line, flicked on. Headed down, clipped high. An attempted clearance, not quite got hold of, and now Neil with a chance to get at the Burnie United defence. May Mitchell's come track back to defend, and a shot has struck the crossbar from long range from Neil. Brown in there to try and pick up the crumbs. And Knights come forward again. Chops back, a chance to deliver. Does just that. Can't reach Brown. And now Burnie United have the opportunity to go forward. A real challenge here for the Burnie United girls. One imagines they might be spending a bit of time on the back foot out of possession today, but they have made a good start. And they have the lead early here. It's 1-0 to Burnie United. Gaydon in midfield. Out wide to McConnon, who drives forward. Another great ball into the box. Not quite there for Brown again to get on the end of for Glenorchy, but some promising signs from Glenorchy, getting some good balls wide and then getting some delivery into the box. Speaking of wide again, McConnon playing it through, not quite cleared. Maybe a race for the ball. It's Neil. Back to Gaydon, who has the ball on the edge of the box. Will she shoot? Gaydon cuts it back. It's Jemima, who has the full goals to deliver home, and she does. The ball coming to the edge of the 6-yard box after some fantastic work from Gaydon, who drove into the box, and this time the delivery found Brown. She had all the time in the world to pick her spot and did so, and has levelled the scores for Glenorchy Knights. The Burnie United lead lasting all of 5 minutes here. And the leader raced. And it's a level playing field here again at Montello. Burnie United are going to need to respond to this They have been stuck in their half since taking that early lead and need to respond. Forward again. Bologna for Glenorchy. Fires out wide to McConnon. And a good tackle. Clipped forward. Glenorchy push back. This is better from Burnie United. A long throw, trapped down. Gayden, who's been excellent on the ball so far, finds feet of Brown, whose layoff isn't quite right. Wiley comes inside to Shreve, a goal scorer last week from the penalty spot against South Hobart. All the way back to Lennox in goals today. Neal, pass intercepted by Breeden. Now it's Gayden. Into Munnings. Into Gayden. Slips a great ball through to McConnon. The linesman flag stays down. Another chance for Glenorchy to put pressure on the Burnie United goal. McConnon delivers into the box. And this time the keeper comes out and mops up. Plays out to the feet of Mitchell. Has a chance to turn on it. Pitt and Mitchell fight for it. Pitt manages to work it all the way back to Bologna. Gayden. Incisive ball into Brown. Shoots from distance, but it's wide. Momentary pause in play, the ball played out to Lama. Up the line. To Fuller, can't win that one. And it's Shreve again for Glenorchy. Good pressure there, forcing Glenorchy to turn the ball over. And forward, and a chance there for Hennessy to chase Shreve, composed in playing out to Wiley inside to Gayden. So great technical skill so far. To Gayden, and then cleared forward. Down to Inez Gayden. He flicks out wide to McConnon, who's enjoying a lot of possession out here on the right wing and is getting in dangerous position. Speaking of dangerous positions, here's another one. It's brought down. The cross from McConnon. The trap from Neal. The finish from Neal. And it is 2-1. And Glenorchy have flipped this on its head. Going down in the first minute. 1-0 Glenorchy Knights. And after 10 they now lead 2-1. And this is more of what we expected. When you have a WSL team coming to town against the Northern Championship women's team, you expect the State League team to be in the ascendancy, and that they certainly are at the moment. And getting the better there of Terry was Neal, coming back inside to Gayden, but gives up possession. A chance for Burnie United to spring forward through Fuller. And McConnon once more with another chance to deliver. Burnie going to have to defend well here. Fired into the box, and then keeper doing enough to put it behind for a corner. Park has his hands full here with the problem with McConnon down the right wing, who's enjoying a lot of time and space to deliver. Delivery into the box is low to the near post. Cleared to the top of the box. Down to Gayden. Back in. Over to the back post. Neal with a chance to fire on goal again. But well tackled, and Lutmer coming out for Burnie. No options forward for her, so she tries to slide it to Mitchell, who was just behind her, and Gaden will tidy up. She gives it away. Quirk fires forward. A great ball through to Hennessy, who takes a touch. Can she fire a goal from here? She does. It's towards the far post, but there's not enough pace on the strike to trouble the keeper. Then comfortably collected by Lennox. Lennox launches up towards the halfway line. Brown best placed here. Bounces off Brown, tackled by Lutmer. And now a chance for Hennessy again, looking to flick it forward to Fuller. Tackles flying in. McConnell first at that one. Gives it up to Munnings, who fires it towards Gaden. Gaden trying to slip in. Brown can't find the target. Put out a play there by Smith, staying in. Munnings. And driving into the box then, Brown fires wide of goal. Heart and mouth moment for the Burnie United fans here. 3-1 we will consider to be nearly insurmountable given the potential disparity in class between the two teams. But the longer Burnie can stay in this one, the more they give themselves a chance. Pinching something late. Caught on the ball there was Turwey. Driving in again, Neal. Finds Gaden. Gaden and Munnings raffle it off. Gaden with the shot on goal, and it is 3-1 that time. The nifty work from Neal. And the calm finish from Gaden. And it is 3-1. Hard to imagine a path back here for Burnie United. Glenorchy Knights travelling the 3 or 4 hours up the highway to get to Burnie United, and they are certainly not looking to go away without the spoils. We come back for the kickoff, 3-1. Looks like Hennessy for Burnie's in a bit of trouble. The official coming over to check. Hennessy waves that she's all right, and we're going to get play underway. Fuller kicks off. Back to Quirk, then to the skipper Mitchell. Looking to play forward to Hennessy, nodded away. Just looks like for the moment McConnell and Neal have switched wings for the Glenorchy Knights, but out of play by Gaden. Mitchell will take the throw again. Throw comes into the box, cleared away by Shreve. Down then by Breeden, and driving away is Gaden. Has a run of McConnell, a lovely ball in behind her there. McConnell with a chance to run in on goal. Touch a little heavier, but will still give her the chance to first strike. She cuts back. Now on the top of the box, swivels, strikes, and kept out by Beswick there. Not quite the bend on the strike there from McConnell to trouble the keeper. Long forward. Bounces off Quirk. Now Inez Gaden. Finding a lot of joy playing these balls in behind the fullbacks here. Glenorchy Knights, that one not quite directed well enough to pick out the teammate. Gaden again. Munnings this time getting it forward to Brown, cleared away. Only as far as Pitt. Pitt. Gaden swivels. Time. Can she find the delivery? Rolls it to Munnings. Has a chance to get a shot on goal. Munnings doesn't seem to fancy the strike on the left, trying to get back on the right foot. It bounces up. It will come back to Munnings. He throws herself at it to get it across the face of goal, potentially to a teammate, but Beswick comfortably collects. Some 16 minutes gone. 3-1 for Glenorchy Knights lead. Thump forward. Hennessy flicks on. Pitt drives forward, dribbles through 3 or 4. Then Brown fires it at Gaden. Difficult one to trap, and then Quirk. Doesn't quite release it in time. Lutmer then plays forward. Neil then. Shields the ball, comes back through Munnings. Munnings to Shreve. They'll switch here through Bologna. Pitt drives forward. Aaron pass to Gaydon. Now another chance for Hennessy. He touches around Bologna. Hennessy drives forward. Another chance to nip one back here for Burnie. She goes over in the box. Certainly no foul. Official let's play run. Put out a play. Burnie United throw. And Burnie have to make the most of these forays forward. Certainly a goal here. Keeps them in this contest.
They have an under 14 team, and then they have an under 13 team.
Mitchell in direction of Quirk. A lovely turn away from Bologna. Strike on the left foot. Nearly sneaks in at the near post. But Lennox was equal to it, and now Glenorchy have the chance to counter-attack through Neil. Neil with Breeden for company. Neil up towards Brown. Lutmer getting the better of Brown there and putting it out of play, but only a chance to reorganise their defence.
Well, you're doing a hell of a job, mate.
Neil on the right wing now. Tackled by Lutmer, who's played well in defence for the Burnie United.
So you're a player advanced now too, mate, which is fantastic. Your player advancement's come through. So if we lose it, we can follow you that.
Throw into Ines Gaydon.
Sure it'll happen.
And Glenorchy look to recycle it. Burnie had pinched it and they play it long forward. Can Hennessy, not on this occasion. Lennox reads it well, comes off a line well. Comes down, need away by West. And Gaydon slipping the ball out to Neil. There's all Glenorchy Knights forward. 2-on-1 in the box, make it 3-on-1 as she waltzes in, Neil, but it's a fantastic save by Beswick. She had a couple of options square. The teammates haven't remonstrated much with her, but she went on goal. I mean, she had every right to driving in. But on the 45-degree angle, she could have drawn the keeper and squared it to the two Glenorchy Knights players who seemed unmarked by their Burnie United counterparts, and you could have made it 4-1. As it is, the strike on goal was well saved by Beswick. Near post again. Comes to the penalty spot. Shreve, who scored from the penalty spot last week. Mitchell can't clear. Now to McConnon. Mitchell again defending. Gaydon once more. Bronte Gaydon fires on target and nestles into the bottom corner. Continuing her fantastic game. Bronte Gaydon, and she nets another for the Glenorchy Knights. It is 4-1. Some 20 minutes played here. And not going to script for the Burnie United faithful. Hennessy back to Quirk. Comes out to Turwey. Into the feet of Mitchell. Has Pitt for company, plays it forward. Read by Bologna. Tries to come up the line, tackled by Quirk. Mitchell wins out against Pitt on this occasion, comes back in towards Fuller there. Neil with the overlapping Wiley. Wiley with the chance now to go at Lutmer. Tries to cut inside. Lutmer does well to put the brakes on. And Quirk first to that. Lutmer to Quirk. United with a chance to go forward. Ball in towards Breeden. It will come to Hennessy. Hennessy has Mitchell. A chance of Burnie United. Mitchell has Pitt. Fires into the box towards Hennessy, but poorly directed and collected by Lennox. Up and under towards the halfway line. Smith playing it up towards Hennessy. A nice ball. Looks to come inside to Quirk. Cut out by Munnings. No, Bologna. Smith again. There's a whistle. Offside, coming back onside from an offside position to pick up the ball there. Lennox. Fires it forward in the Brown direction. Brown traps. Comes to Einersgaden. And played through wonderfully by Brown. Neil again, a chance to drive in and have a shot at Beswick's goal. Can she put the finishing touch on this time? This time she squares it, and McConnell goals. No offside flag. Make it 5-1 to Burnie. And with only some 23 minutes played, halfway through this first half, and at 5-1, Burnie United in real danger of having a score run up against them here. What response do they have? It was always going to be challenging after having lost a number of players last season. I might have anticipated, looking at the Northern Championship women's table from last year, that this could be a challenging fixture, but perhaps some of the departures from last season have proved irreplaceable for Burnie United, and they find themselves in an unenviable position. In from Turwey to Mitchell. Back to Turwey, played forward, cut out by Gaydon. Mitchell hard in with Gaydon. Gaydon keeps possession. On to Bronte Gaydon. Out then to Neil, back to Gaydon. And a sliding interception from Quirk isn't going to go out of play. Gaydon has a chance to fire into the box. Beswick does well to palm it down only as far as Munnings, whose right-footed strike is skewed off target. Stays in play in possession of Glenorchy. Gaydon back to Neil. Munnings drives in. She fires, but straight at Beswick, who catches well. Long up to the halfway line. Can Hennessy read it best? Bologna heads, it goes behind her. Does enough to get it to Pitt, who stumbles on the ball. Comes to Fuller. Shows good pace. Pitt equal to the challenge. Out of play. Ooh, Gaydon rolls her ankle on the ball. Mitchell plays a great little ball in. Can't quite find the run of Breeden. A nice idea for Mitchell. Beswick alive to the danger and pouncing on that one. Lutmer and Brown in each other's pockets so far. Brown well held by Lutmer. But the scoreline shows that the Knights are certainly finding some joy. Most of that joy has been in the midfield and out in the wings. Pitt back to Bologna, the skipper. In midfield, Munnings with a Paddock. Looks to fire the ball to McConnell. Overhits that one a little. Gives McConnell a test. She keeps the ball in play. Fires inside, a nice ball to Brown. Has Quirk. West for company there. And West does enough to make the shot difficult. Quirk looks to flick on towards Fuller. Can't find her. Glenorchy press forward again. Wiley turns it over to Mitchell. Out of play. Gaydon. Wiley. again. Lutmer and Brown go at it. Looking for a switch of play. Mitchell does well. Quirk fires the ball, hoping Hennessy to get on the end of that. Glenorchy keep it. McConnell on that occasion can't receive the pass, out of play. Burnie United throw in the hands of Turwey. 5-1 the scoreline. Throw in. Mitchell flicks on. Did Pitt get a touch on it? The officials say no, it'll be a Glenorchy Knights throw in. Pitt with ball in hand. Down to Gayden, who has time to turn. Finds the feet of Brown, who spotted the run of Munnings. Munning had stopped momentarily, and it was tidied up in the end by Agar. Looks to have handled there. Gayden, official picking that one up. We'll have a Burnie United free kick just inside their own half. Chance to launch one forward, perhaps. West over this one. West does that, launches. Headed clear by Pitt. West first to it. Quirk looks to flick on. Breeden. Burnie United in a good position here. With Agar. Has a chance to play it in. Doesn't get it past Gayden. On to Gayden, driving forward. And a lovely ball there from Munnings, finding Neil, who drives past Smith. Another chance for Munnings to punish, and does so. On this occasion, Neil on the angle, picking the spot. Looks to perhaps have beaten Beswick at the near post. And make that a half dozen for the Glenorchy Knights. Looks like McConnell and Neil switch wings again here. Well, it was a promising start for Burnie United. Went up 1-0 early through an incredible strike from distance from Melanie Quirk. But since then it has been one-way traffic for the Glenorchy Knights, who pulled off 6 in a row. And perhaps it'll be a question of how many for Glenorchy today. Hagar in towards Hennessy. Comes through Munnings, who plays on the outside of the right foot, only as far as Turwey. To Mitchell, looks to play in behind to Fuller, but Pitt reads well and now drives forward. Mitchell staying with her, the ball in behind is just controlled by West. Well played. West doing enough in defence there, Turwey. Can she get it to Fuller? Fuller does well, was perhaps anticipating some support from West. Didn't get it. Now with Hennessy. Now with Quirk. Tackled by Munnings. Out of play. Slowing play down here momentarily. Burnie taking the chance to get a few breaths in. Not many options for Turwey there. It's to come to Fuller. Turwey then. To flick it into space. Bologna. Munnings. Slips it through to Neil, who has another chance to drive forward. Neil with West. Cuts inside. Fires out to McConnell on the right wing. License flag goes up on this occasion. Their foray forward halted. Quirk does well. On occasion out to Agar. Lost out though now with McConnell. Gayden overlapping her. Cutting inside. Hennessy's tracked back. Puts toe in. Wiley. Forced backwards. Gaden had dropped off. Gaden with all the time to pick a pass. That one perhaps a little overhit. McConnell, though, will keep it in. And cuts inside. Nearly stumbles. Has the pick of the players at the back post. It is going to be another. It isn't. From 2 yards out. Neela's missed a sitter. Perhaps the ball's a little behind her, and in trying to hook her foot around it, she couldn't quite, and then just ends up scuffing it wide of the right upright. She will be disappointed not to put that one away. Munnings. Part of the midfield triumvirate here today with Innes and Bronte Gaden. They have controlled the football wonderfully in there. Those three women. Munnings. A 1-2 with Neil. Neil keeps it in. Back to Munnings. Turley for company. Comes inside. Quirk reads best. Clears it away. Have another breather. So it looks like Hennessy has swapped with Smith here for Burnie. Hennessy's gone back from striker to left back, and Smith has gone forward. Gaden with a chance to drive forward again then from the edge of the D, looking to unleash a shot. Does so, but skews that one badly wide. Had only one thought in her mind there, Gaden, on that occasion. Took a few touches, lined it up. Not the strike she was hoping for. Lutmer caught a little bit by surprise from that pass, and Munnings pounces on it. West. Tidies up. Wiley back to Shreve. Shreve with a flailing arm. And the official has noticed this and is going to have a word with Shreve, whose flailing arm went out to push off her defender. I don't think it was an intentional strike, just an attempt to push off Breeden there. But Breeden did seem to cop that one high and then went over. And play was stopped. Shreve apologetic. And will be a free kick to Burnie. Have about 10 minutes left. Can Burnie get something out of this? Long forward. Bologna. Neil. Clever ball to Gaden. Spots the run there of Munnings. Couldn't pick her out. Pitt. Who's really been excellent driving out of defence for Glenorchy, and once more drives forward, tries to unleash Munnings. It was the right run and the right pass, but just not the right angle. Gaden. Hennessy, a great tackle. Quirk, a fantastic ball up the wing towards Agar. Shreve alive it to the danger and puts it out of play. Dumped high. Munnings tries to pick a pass again. That time to Neil, who may have strayed offside. No flag. Smith looks to play back to Quirk. Read best by Gade, and now here comes Brown. Chance to get a name on the score sheet. Brown forward, strikes, and it's a great strike. Hit it with enough venom to get it past Beswick and goals. And a seventh heaven for the Glenorchy Knights through Brown. A terrific ball through from Gaden. And Brown made no mistake in thumping that one past Beswick. Mitchell for Burnie. Up towards Breeden, doesn't quite get that far. Mitchell tries again. A lovely touch from Breeden, brings it down, gets past Smith, but now out to Fuller. Just looking to drive into the box. Well tackled by Pitt. Mitchell there. Does well to keep the ball. Lutmer will launch forward. Pitt traps. Finds Neal. Inside to Munnings. And a tremendous ball from Munnings out towards McConnell, who'll drive in. The shot might be the best option. It is. Beswick does well. Comes out, closes the angle, closes the space, and saves from McConnell. Beswick has been forced to make a number of good saves, despite the 7-1 scoreline. She has made some good saves, and that is not Gayden's best strike of the day. Beswick happy to pick that one up. The shot tally well into the 20s now, I would imagine. For Glenorchy Knights, stumped clear again. Trapped by Breeden, who's showing some good touches up there. Bologna. Neal. Inside. Munnings. Running the midfield. Neal with time. West out to her. West gets a foot in on that occasion. Not quite clear to over Tiwi. Tiwi has to Brown, to Gayden, and tackled at the last moment from Quirk, who goes over. And cleared away by Burnie when Glenorchy looked destined to add to the score sheet. McConnell to the box. On that occasion, Quirk too strong for Munnings. And Pitt sees that one out. Ahead of Fuller.
3 seconds!
Neal rolls away from Turwey. A chance to drive into the box. West has to be drawn out. This gives Brown a chance. He's holding a hair, which seems to have come out. Multitasking with that and getting a strike off on goal, perhaps to the strike's detriment on that occasion. High and wide. And right next to my commentary position. That one from Beswick. Pitt. No options. Brown presents. Shields it. Gayden providing support. Looking for the run of McConnell. Chooses Wiley instead. Wiley has to chop back. Shreve. Munnings. Mitchell does enough to put her off, but the ball still gets through to Neal. Linesman flag up. The only thing stopping Neal from adding to the tally there. A reprieve for Burnie United on that occasion. At this stage, with 3 or 5 minutes remaining, Ivica Bologna, the Glenorchy coach, and Ray Park will be pondering what their halftime speech will say. What can you say if you're Ray Park with a 7-1 scoreline to his Burnie United side? And then what more praise could you add if you're Ivica Bologna regarding how well his side have bounced back from going behind early, Wiley overlapping. Out of play. And the decision to put Hennessy back into the left back position seems to have stemmed the flow of attacks coming from that side of the pitch. Munnings. To Gayden, a left-footed strike. Out of play. Goal kick. So we to Mitchell, whose pass doesn't get to Fuller, cut out by Gayden, inside to Munnings. Mitchell looking to win it back. Good pressure. Beswick will collect. Just taking a bit of time off the clock. Brown forces her to pick it up. Beswick, but it's all Glenorchy where that one lands. Gayden onto Munnings, looking to slip it through to Brown, a little heavy. Ball will stay in. Turwey plays it off Brown, behind for another goal kick. There's a beautiful spot atop the hill here at Burnie United. Views out to the ocean. But because of that, it is very exposed to wind, and today is a lovely warm day here in Burnie, but if the weather is inclement, it can be very difficult conditions to play up here at the top of this hill. Turwey to Fuller. Back to Turwey. And Neil getting the better there. Turwey out of energy to chase back. Neil with a chance to pick a pass. Only picks out Hennessy. With Thuds clear. Did Fuller control that with her arm? Not. Decides the official. Fuller then. Plays it through the legs of Gaydon towards Kirk. Fires forward. Gaydon intercepting. Pitt. With Smith for company. Who's that come off? It's a Burnie United throw. In the final throws of the first half here, into Quirk. Does well. Plays it forward, no one home. Shreve. Launches a long ball forward towards McConnell. Hennessy well positioned. Down to Lutmer. Then Agar flicks on. Breeden can't win. Mitchell might be able to. Gaydon cleverly finding her pass. Forward again. Ken Neal put the finishing touch. Gets it to Brown, who lasers it into the bottom left-hand corner. What a finish that was. Picked that one out of the back of the net. Brown says that she adds a second. And it is 8 for the Glenorchy Knights. A pinpoint finish into the bottom corner there. No chance for the keeper. Clinical stuff from the Glenorchy Knights. Starting in midfield with some great composure. Through Munnings. Then through Neal. And eventually through Brown. Mitchell rolling it forward. Gaydon. Out to McConnon. Gets the better of Hennessy on that occasion. He's going to have to deliver from wide here. Can't quite dig up and out to get it into a dangerous position, and Hennessy has time to clear. Upwards towards the feet of Agar. Tries to turn Wiley. Wiley now drives forward, bounces the ball off Hennessy into the box, scoops that one. Wide of the target. Wiley overlapping fullbacks, all that a bit against South Hobart last week. On that occasion, the dalliance forward without the delivery needed. Lutmer. Hennessy. Agar. Nice idea. Gets it towards Breeden. Bologna reads best. The skipper. Skipper on skipper there. But the pass from Bologna not weighted in favour of Brown. So we tick towards some added time here in this first half. 8-1 the scoreline. Wiley again. And once more straight to Beswick. As the whistle rings around Montello. And the home support have seen their team go down 8-1 here in this first half. An early lead was taken by Burnie United through Melanie Quirk. But the response from Glenorchy Knights was emphatic, who rolled in goal after goal. And 8-1 the halftime scoreline. Burnie will have to come out in this second half and look to shut things down, prevent that scoreline from climbing higher. We'll welcome you back to Montello in about 15 minutes to tune in for the second half.
Let's go home. Done with that.
Yeah, I reckon everyone's back up and going.
Some of the players that I'm seeing, they're like,
not even chasing the game. It's like,
usually up here, like always.
This is the least we need.
Yeah, okay. At least it's on the other way around. They travelled like 3 hours to be able to.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that would be worse.
Yeah.
Snapchatting me. Commentary.
No.
Yeah. Why are they tuning into this game?
So how long have you been doing it? How long have you been doing it for?
2 years, yeah.
The commentary part.
Yeah,
I'm assuming you've at least played a little bit.
Yeah, I played for Devonport for 20 years, I reckon.
Oh, for
Yeah. And then now I'm too old to play, so I'll do this instead.
They're
You
seniors.
get paid far more to play. Do this than play.
Yeah, I guess. I used to play hockey. I used to be quite good at it.
Yeah.
But then injuries
Yeah.
for other things.
Oh, right. Yeah, there's
Many.
few accidents there, I imagine.
Many.
Yeah, I work with a bloke who
So I just
seems to be injuring himself every other week. So,
I'm not that accident prone. It's just over years and years it just does happen.
yeah.
I think 6 months ago, I broke my heel and ankle.
Oh, right.
I just miss hockey. I was going really good at it. There was like 3 of us in the team that were just good. I enjoyed it. I don't know how it compares to soccer state level, but yeah, better. I just can't run.
Yeah, I don't.
Ten.
Slightly.
I don't think I could make 10. I think maybe I've got a 5er in me, but yeah, I got doctors yelling at me if I run.
Right,
I did because actually I used to be really good cross country too.
Yeah.
That sort of shit. So yeah, I was a little sporty person. Love the basketball too.
Yeah.
It's just adult life.
Yeah, let's catch up with this. Yeah, it's is it the lead?
Yeah.
Oh.
1-0 Knights.
Ah. All right, set to get underway here in the second half of this Women's Statewide Cup of Football Federation Tasmania. Round 1, Glenorchy Knights v the hosts, Burnie United. After taking an early lead to Burnie United in that first minute through Mel Quirk, Glenorchy responded with 8 goals in a row to make it 8-1, the scoreline at half-time. What has Avizia Bologna said to his troops, Glenorchy at half-time, and what has Ray Park said at half-time to his Chargers? Can they stem the flow of goals? It's probably just all about pride at this stage for Burnie United. And the intrigue will be, and I'm sure the message from Ray Park will have been, to win the second half. But here we have, they're through again. It's going to be another goal, a lovely bit of play between Gayden and Munnings, and then finished off here in the first minute of this second half by Brown, who nets what is her 4th goal of the afternoon to make it 9-1.
What are you doing? Why is that? Why? Did I just score another one? Oh, that goal?
McConnon wins out, driving through the middle now. McConnon fires out to the wing, intercepted on that occasion. Turvey with it. Inside to Breed and Munnings. Gayden. Gayden then back to Munnings, and they'll look to switch play. Bologna steps forward. Goes one more towards Pitt. Once again, Pitt darting towards the penalty box. Leaves it behind her on that occasion. Then attacked by Lutmer at the top of the box with Brown looking to add to her tally of 4. It spills to Gayden, whose left-footed strike is straight at Beswick. Gayden. Then on Fuller. And McConnell looking for a big switch. Dangerous square ball, but it does find its target. And then slipped in behind by Munnings. Charging down in the right wing here and freshly onto the pitch, it would seem. The Butler has been a half-time substitute in place of Neil. So Butler on for Neil here on the right wing for the Glenorchy Knights. Seems to be the change made at half-time. Neil on the score sheet in the first half, and Butler will be hoping to do so in the second. Glenorchy Knights already on the score sheet here in the first half. Butler, who started last week against South Hobart, lost her starting place this week, but into the lineup into the second half. Gayden to Bologna. Glenorchy Knights definitely have not taken their foot off the pedal here. Driven in from Bologna wide of Beswick's goal. This beleaguered Burnie United defence will be looking to hold strong here. Short to Quirk. Seems to have gone back to centre-back. A few positional changes for Burnie United. That one comes off Brown, but Brown retrieves. Gets onto the left foot. Quirk gets a toe in to Munnings. Someone's gone down in the box. Looks like Gayden's gone down in the box. Potentially a rolled ankle. Mitchell giving her some support. Play continues. The referee's going to have to stop play now. Shreve putting the ball out of play. And with some urgency waving for some medical support as the players surround Bronte Gayden on the ground there, who seems in a lot of pain. Worrying scenes, in fact. Certainly hope that Gaydon will be fine to continue. So a stoppage here may mean we'll get plenty of added time at the end. Bronte Gaydon has helped herself to 2 goals here today. Back up on her feet. While we have this momentary pause in play, we might just summarise the goals today. It was in the second minute that Quirk scored and took the lead for Burnie United. Then it was Brown who levelled the scores for Glenorchy, and it was all Glenorchy from there. McConnon made it 2-1 in the 10th. Bronte Gaydon made it 3-1 with 2 goals in the 14th and 20th minutes. McConnon added another to make it 5 in the 23rd minute. In the 29th minute, Neil made it 6. It was 7 when Brown scored again. In the 37th, Brown's hat-trick was complete in the 45th minute. And Brown added a 4th to make it 9 in the first minute here of the second half, the 46th minute. So altogether it's 4 to Brown, 2 to McConnon and Bronte Gaydon, and 1 for Neil. McConnon cutting inside, driving it out to Butler. Butler with the ball on the wing, driving in past West. West doing enough to force a corner. Pitt to deliver. Into the box. Nearly came to Shreve. Does come to McConnon, who can't force her strike towards goal, and it's going to be out of play and a goal kick. Gaydon still getting attention on the sideline. Glenorchy playing with 10. Quirk up towards Smith. Smith, but Gaydon, Ines Gaydon cuts back, finds Wiley. He looks to switch the ball. Now Pitt, great feet into Brown, touch off, and not quite the finish there from Munnings for a goal she richly deserves. She's been fantastic in the centre of midfield today, but has seemed a little gun shy in front of goals. Munnings, good technical player, good passer, but hasn't shown the touch in front of goals as yet. Plenty of time left in this one. And then put out of play by Agar there. Throw in for Pitt. Into McConnon. Back to Pitt. Driving forward, West there to tidy up for Burnie United. I think gets it as far as Shreve, who has time to step into the midfield. Looks to get the ball out to Butler. West again, reading it best. Smith and Shreve. It'll be Glenorchy United's throw with Wiley. Referee halting play. Gaydon won't be continuing then. It looks like we might have a positional change. Bologna stepping into midfield. Quirk, West, up the line. And Shreve sees that one out. Takes a quick throw. And the switch on for Carr, who's just stepped in. Pass to be intercepted though by Lutmer. Carr shows some composure and getting that one back to Shreve. Shreve into the feet of Bologna. Bologna then back to Carr. Little triangles from Glenorchy. Carr then out to McConnon. Slips it to Gaydon. Lovely flowing move. Gaydon continues to drive forward. A couple of options. One out wide here to Butler. Chooses that one. Butler fires it across the box, but over the goals and out of play. So Bronte Gaydon's day finished after going down in the box. The midfielder then replaced by Carr, who went into defence and pushed Bologna into midfield. Quirk then. Agar. Shreve. Butler. Wiley the overlapping run. West reads it best and see that one out of play momentarily. Gaydon cuts back to Bologna. Looked for a moment to have the chance to shoot on goal, but timely intervention by Lutmer. Sees another corner and Pitt will come forward to take that one. Drive towards the near post. Oh, nearly a 10th there as Shreve at the near post was first to it and flicked it goalwards. The ball cleared and now Gaydon. Back to Wiley. Comes back out wide then to Butler. Wiley. Munnings. Now look to switch play through Carr. Carr does get it out towards Pitt. Pitt then looks to slip McConnon in behind the fullback Agar. But Quirk, who's dropped into centre defence alongside Lutmer for this second half, clearing that one. The back line of West, Quirk, Lutmer and Agar. Ball fired, goal was, will it fall for Bologna? She seems to beat out a few, but they found a whistle. Becoming in Devonport's favour. Burnie.
He went back to the camera. Yeah, he gave me
9-1 it remains. One more to make it a perfect 10 out of 10 performance for the Glenorchy Knights. They've travelled 4 hours and they can be well pleased with their efforts here today. Munnings goes around. Can she fire? She does. She hits that one with some venom, but it is high over the bar. Leaning back a little bit too far on that one. Towards the hour mark here at Montello. this first round of the Women's Statewide Cup. Mitchell clips it forward, hoping to find Smith. No one at home. Agar. Butler. Cleared by Quirk, and then Mitchell. Pitt from range. Wide. Burnie. West cut out. McConnell now. He switched wings with Butler. Drives into the box. Lutmer gets a toe to it. Mitchell clears away. The captain, who has put in a big shift here for Burnie today. Pitt driving then. Can she find the delivery? He doesn't quite get it to Brown. Beswick doing well to read that one. Breeden. Played forward for Fuller, who accelerates. Carr there, well placed. Does seem that Glenorchy made a goalkeeper change at half time too, having just seen the Glenorchy goalkeeper get the first touch here of the second half. Play forward then. Shreve. Turley. The player's unsure if the ball's gone out of play. The official saying to continue. Shreve. Brown. Gaydon. Mitchell. Rolls that one up towards Munnings. Pass from Carr cut out by Smith. But Munnings there to snuff out any hopes that Burnie United had. West forward, Turwey clatters that one off Gaydon. And Brown, more desperate. Drives wide of goal, hard angle to shoot. Dummies the shot or missed the ball. I couldn't tell which one, but either way it worked. And then out behind for goal kick. Burnie seriously undermanned here today. Played forward. Well read. Rolls out to Agar. Gets a little away from Agar, which allows Pitt to pick up the ball in a dangerous position for Glenorchy. The Knights drive forward through Pitts. And it is a 10 out of 10 performance for the Glenorchy Knights. As Pitt's shot from range found Beswick out of position in the goals, and Beswick couldn't get across to keep it out. 10 goals and a ticket through to the next round of the Women's Statewide Cup for the Glenorchy Knights. Burnie putting on a brave face here. They're only with 10 players here in the second half. Having seen Hennessy go off at half time. So they're always going to be up against it. Very difficult to stem the flow of goals. It is 10 as a wrestle between Butler and Lutmer. They were both wrestling each other, so the official allowed play to go on. Brown steps inside and makes it 5 for her. A big day out for Brown. Hard to take away player of the match gong from a player who has netted 5. Now 11 altogether, 5 for Brown.
Didn't you say you were going over the ball? Yeah, the ball's going. I think it's pretty much when the ball's no, because they aren't missing. Let's go, Burnie. Oh, Burnie.
11-1. Brown with 5.
Oh, dear.
Munnings. Little directionless, that one. Turwey.
Now their game plan is kick it off. Go, go.
McConnon has West. 1-on-1. Looks to go around her. West keeping up and does well. West started at centre back, now at left back. Ball's going to come to Breeden. And tries to laser the ball through to Smith. Time here for Wiley. Comes back to Shreve. Shreve gets it to Gayden. Carr. Bologna. Clever run there from Pitt, who goes forward. Goal scorer only a few moments ago. Can she add a second to her tally? Beswick equal to the strike from Pitt on that occasion. Beswick up towards Smith. Shreve. Wiley. Has McConnon short. Uses McConnon. Overlapping run from Wiley. The pass from McConnon not finding her. Quirk into midfield. Off Mitchell's head. Agar attacks. But Bologna calm in the midfield there. To Carr. And now Shreve with time. McConnon drops deep to pick up the ball. Holding the ball here at the moment. And now uses McConnon. McConnon has Wiley on the overlap. Wiley fires into the box, finds Brown all alone. Touch heavy, won't allow her to get a shot away at goals. But it does come to Gayden. Mitchell wins out from Gayden. Gayden gets back in good position, gets a deflection on the attempted pass forward from Mitchell. Mitchell through to Smith. Shreve, who's really been excellent today in defence for Glenorchy. Thumps it towards Brown. Might come to the back post for Butler. But Beswick. Pinched away from Agar by Butler. And then Bologna and then Butler again. Butler. Ooh. Attempting a pass through to Brown. Not on that occasion. As we are at the halfway mark here of the second half. Burnie valiant here in the second with only 10 players on the pitch. They've conceded 3. 11-1 the scoreline. Gayden. It is a warm afternoon here. The wind has died down a little bit here at Montello. Notoriously windy venue. McConnon. Cross caught by Beswick, or held by Beswick on the second attempt. Telegraphed a little. West has McConnon behind her towards Turwey. Looks to come inside, couldn't find Mitchell. Finds Munnings instead, who has Bologna, who will strike from distance. What a strike by Bologna, stepping into midfield and thundering one from 23 yards into the top right-hand corner. The strike of the day, no doubt. Had the time in the midfield, took a touch, cleared her feet, picked her spot, struck it well, and Beswick was never going to keep that out. A highlight of the day there from Bologna.
What is
And it is 12, a dozen for Glenorchy. Some of the Burnie players out on their feet, a player short, and 11 goals in deficit. Strike on target that time from Wiley. Damage limitation certainly the goal here in the second half for Burnie United with the player less. And no chance of winning the game. They've set their stall, but they're out on their feet at the moment, Burnie, and Glenorchy driving forward in waves. They've been valiant, Burnie. But valiance is the domain of the night, and certainly Glenorchy have made Burnie their domain today. Bologna out to McConnon, looking for her hat-trick. Can't get a foot around that one. Challenging day at the office. Burnie will return to the league next week and look to get their season back on track. And Glenorchy here will be buoyed by their resounding victory, and will hope to take that momentum into the next few rounds of their league season and into the next round of the Cup. Despite being beaten at the hands of South Hobart last weekend, they performed well and know that there is certainly scope to improve in this season. West finds Breeden. Munnings pinches. Rounds Mitchell. Drives in. Shot on target. Shot wide of the target. Beswick seemed to have it covered. A little bit of the urgency coming out of the game now. As we tick towards the game's inclusion in the players' minds, for Glenorchy at least, begin to consider their 3 or 4 hour bus trip back down the highway. Burnie with a chance. Fuller cuts inside. Can Burnie get a second? Fuller seems to have hurt herself there. It'd be a disaster to go down to 9 here for Burnie. Brown's ball forward, McConnell with West. West does well. Drives it forward to Breeden, wide of her. Butler seems to have gone into the number 9 position, and Brown out wide. Positional switches for Burnie. Wiley drives forward, cuts back, rolls over the ball. Has gained in support. Carr. Bologna. A stunning strike here in this second half. Munnings, great feet. Loses out. Breeden. And the Burnie players are going down at the moment. A long, hot afternoon, a tiring afternoon, chasing their state league opposition. Butler to score her first here in the second half. Couldn't do so. Put it wide of the target, but the flag was up anyway. There's Breeden on her haunches after a tackle there moments ago. And Fuller has slowly made her way back onside too, after a clash down on the right wing earlier. Burnie hanging on here. Glenorchy smelling blood. McConnon, a lovely touch. Oh, it's a nice idea from McConnon to touch in behind Quirk, but Beswick read that well. West to Mitchell. And just out of legs here. Turvey, not the energy to chase there. To Munnings. Gaydon. Gaydon with a chance now on the right foot to get a strike away. Chooses to pass instead. Mitchell stayed with it. West. West to Turvey. Gets it to Breeden, who attempts a first time left footed pass. But there's only Smith up forward, who seems out of energy, and she's got 3 or 4 Glenorchy Knights players for company every time it comes forward. Difficult for Burnie to hold it and keep it forward. Just keeps coming back to Glenorchy. Munnings. Can she get past Quirk? She does. A chance for Munnings to put her name on the score sheet. Fires straight at Beswick, and Munnings puts her heads in her hands. She did everything right bar the finish. Breeden with a flick forward. Found Smith. Not sure if that was the design, but it's what happened. Gaydon attempts to round Quirk. Quirk gets a toe in. Turley makes a tackle out to McConnon. McConnon on West again. Shapes to cross, cuts back. Great work from McConnon. West didn't give up on the play. So we're into the final 15 minutes here at Montello. A dozen for the Glenorchy Knights. Burnie United with 1, and they did go ahead early, Burnie United, through a stunning Mel Quirk strike from range, some 30 yards. Short corner taken from Pitt to McConnon to the near post. Quirk clears that. Pitt shapes, can strike, she's got one already. Beswick, who despite the 12 goals has made at least double that in saves today. Shree throws a foot at that one for the first time today, misreading it. Carr, second half substitute replacement for Bronte Gaydon. Pitt, who has been truly excellent out of left back, as has Munnings for Glenorchy, as has Gaydon. You could go through the whole Glenorchy side and say the same. Wiley, a good run from Bologna, trapped by Turvey. Shreve stepping in. Spreads the ball, lovely pass. There's Pitt forward again, no one coming to close it down. She's got a chance to fire on goals. It hits the upright. It's going to come to Bologna, who nets a second. No flag is raised. It is a baker's dozen for the Glenorchy Knights. 13-1 the scoreline. Bologna with her second. The first from 25 yards. This second goal, a tap in from 1 yard. A brace for the skipper for the Glenorchy Knights. From defence to midfield has been fantastic today. Has led the side with aplomb. Fuller rolls it back to Breeden. McConnon, full of running. Gives that one away. She'll get it back. Spins in the ball, rounds Agar. Chops back. Munnings, the option. Goes over Munnings towards Gaydon, who has Wiley further out, but has space in front of her. She can take a shot on target there. Perhaps not the best option, though, at 13-1. She can be forgiven for taking on that strike. Beswick. No one at home for Burnie. Pitt with plenty of time. Gets to Wiley. Stepping into midfield at a right back there, Trent Alexander-Arnold style. Fires forward, Brown traps to Munnings. She's got 2 for company, does well to squeeze it to Bologna. Bologna with West. West lays the tackle, and now has to chase all the way out to Butler. Heavy touch from Wiley, gives West a chance to clear. This time does find Fuller, takes an odd bounce and goes over Fuller, and now Shreve can continue this relentless charge from Glenorchy. Keeping the ball, making it very difficult to Burnie to get the ball, and very tiring just to continue chase the ball. Munnings that occasion trying to pass, it's going to be, ooh, Bologna had a chance, nearly there for a hat-trick. Butler squeezes it in, Bologna with the flick, Beswick with the catch. Not a hat-trick for Bologna there on that occasion. Rolled out towards Smith. Shreve. Glenorchy have been dynamic today. They've kept the ball well, they've moved it quickly at times, they've switched it at times. They've been direct, they've been patient. They've showed great technical quality, great speed and great teamwork. Appear to be well coached and have certainly shown their state league qualities ahead of this Northern Championship outfit, Burnie, who despite being last year's Northern Championship women's champions have lost a few players and are certainly perhaps not the force they were last season. Munnings. Again, another strike on target from Munnings. A lot of her strikes ending up centrally at the target. Not really testing Beswick as perhaps she could. Wiley. Slips it in behind West, a lovely ball. Butler back to Wiley then, whose cross once again finds Beswick. And Beswick just kicking the ball to space to give the Burnie players a moment's reprieve. But Shreve not allowing that reprieve. Her pass heavy, doesn't find Butler. Burnie with another chance just to slow play down as we are in the final 10 minutes of proceedings here at Montello in this first round of the Women's Statewide Cup in the Football Federation Tasmania. Looking at the final in June, and the ball directly into the face of Gaydon there. Gaydon just needing a moment to work that one off. Those certainly sting. It'll be a drop ball, and Glenorchy, I think, will be kind enough to allow Burnie to have that one. And the ball drops. Kicked away to Munnings. Can she finally put the cherry on her performance? Oh, she's clipped it to the back post where it comes to McConnell, who looks for her hat-trick, but Agar is there to intercept. Looking to add a 14th there, all but certainly Glenorchy, but some desperate defending from Burnie, keeping them out. They are beaten, but they haven't given up yet, Burnie. Munnings firing it towards Bologna. Brown has 5 already. Can she make it 6 here on the left? Beswick palms that one down. And goals have dried up here in the last 10 for the Knights. Vitsa Bologna will be well pleased with the efforts of his side here today, knowing that they would have the superiority as a state league women's team and the talent they have at their disposal compared to a a championship side, and they have made no mistake. They've been ruthless. And Rave Park will be back to the drawing board for Burnie. They always knew it was going to be a tough day here, hosting State League opposition. And he's tried to mix it up, Park. He's made positional changes. They've gone down a play here in this second half. And some of those positional changes have allowed Burnie to be a bit more solid defensively. But when you're a player down, it is very difficult against what is already qualitatively a superior opposition. It's always going to be very difficult, and Glenorchy have still scored a number of goals here in the second half. 8 in the first, 5 in the second. Still time to play. Wiley running into a dead end. Gets it to Bologna. Breland and Smith tackle her and clear it away. Carr, the substitute. Now Munnings. The pass to Brown. Will this be number 6? No. Fantastic save from Beswick. Another from her. How many has she pulled off today? She's been called upon numerous times. There have been occasions where she's had no chance. But certainly it would have been more today, if not for some of her saves in goal. She's made some exceptional saves, particularly those where the attacker has been bearing down on goal and she's rushed off her line at the opportune moment to prevent the attackers from taking the shot at goal. She's closed the space well and made it difficult for them on those occasions, and those are when her skills as a goalkeeper have most shone today. Butler, Wiley, cross, Brown, surely, Bologna, no hat-trick for Bologna there, over the top of the bar once more. Living a charmed life here at the moment, this Burnie goal. So we are in the final few minutes of this one at Montello. Lutmer. Agar. Back to Lutmer. Pitt then. Does she fancy a second? No. Turns away from the potential strike, then into Brown, who does take the strike. Well hit and well saved. And the crowd enjoying the performance here of Beswick and some of the saves she has made and some of the plays. And 1 on 5 there for Fuller. Never any chance of getting the better of her opposition. A lonely afternoon to be a Glenorchy Knights goalkeeper. May have only had 2 or 3 touches here in this second half. Gaydon. No need to rush it here. At this point, you must think Glenorchy would have an eye on their next week's clash in the Women's Super League. Just getting through. Bronte Gaydon seemed to go down with an injury earlier. We don't want to see anyone else going down with an injury this late in the game, and a game that's already decided. Yet still, Glenorchy drive forward. Bologna. Now Gaydon. Wiley. Butler has West to take on. Into the box. Intercepted by Quirk. The veteran who has been immense the back in this second half. Pitt, who has endlessly driven into these positions, fires on goal, scored a stunner from range earlier, but on that occasion the radar was off. As at this stage, all eyes turn to the official. as we expect an end to this one. A baker's dozen at the moment from the Glenorchy Knights. Can there be a final touch here? Munnings has had a wonderful performance. He finds Brown, and it will be no. It will not. Brown, who has 5 today, was looking for a 6th, and then bearing down on goal, rolled that one slowly wide of the post. And what could be her final chance for today. Quirk. And once again, just up into space. Not much more Burnie can do at this stage. Why the throw in down to Shreve. Forward into Brown to Gaydon, who has McConnon out in space. McConnon waiting for the overlap of Pitt. Pitt then. Is there a final goal in this contest? McConnon cutting back, will fire towards the top of the box. And Turwey there. Loses out to Gaydon. Wiley has the feet of Brown, chooses to square it to Munnings instead. Munnings out to Pitt. Inwards, Mitchell slips it through to Fuller. Has 1 on 6 here, Fuller. What impact can she make? She flicks it forward, charges past a number, but Shreve. Numbers were always going to bear out there. And Shreve now on a run forward. The centre back galloping down the left wing. Don't know how Vitsa Bologna might feel about the forward run there from his centre back. But once again, with the scoreline such as it is, she can probably be forgiven. Departing the central defensive zone. McConnon in what must be the final few minutes here. And that is the end here at Montello. 13-1, the final scoreline. A convincing victory for the Women's Super League team over the Northern Women's Championship team, Burnie United. The Cup journey ends here for Burnie this year, and it continues on for the Knights. We'll await the draw in the next week to see who Knights will play in the next round. But the goal scorers today, to run you through those quickly. It was Quirk in the first minute for Burnie United, as Burnie took a surprise early lead, but then it was all Glenorchy from there. It was Brown in the 6th, McConnon in the 10th, Bronte Gaydon in the 14th and 20th, McConnon in the 23rd, Neal in the 29th, Brown again in the 37th, Brown again in the 45th and 46th, Pitt in the 63rd, Brown scoring her 5th in the 65th, and then Bologna adding the final touches to make it a grand 13 for the Glenorchy Knights. So they'll enjoy their trip back down the highway, the Glenorchy Knights. A bit of Bologna will be pleased with his charges effort, and Ray Park will have to applaud his women's team. They never gave up, but they were outmatched. 13-1 the final result to Glenorchy. Thanks for tuning in.
No, just, I'm not quite sure who came up with it. Going way back. We can go down far end first, or make our way back across. It's not telling what to do, of course.
Looks like we must be doing interviews.
Oh, we are?
Yeah. Burnie captain's coming over.
Okay, cool. I wonder if they know that. I reckon. I'm getting rid of it, mate. I reckon you'd use that one. Always tough to
Yeah.
go player down, matey. Gave it a crack. Well done. Well done.
Hello.
Hey mate, how are you?
Yeah, not bad.
Tough day to be off the set one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're here to do an interview. Just how are we going to do that, do you think?
Yeah, I'm just I think we'll use that one.
Yeah. Yeah, so what happened to that Nikita thing coming out for the second half?
Yeah, in the warm-up she did a bit of a quad. I don't know if she just overstretched it or whatever, and then playing she just couldn't. She was in tears and come back on. Yeah. But yeah, a few girls got injuries at the start and it was a bit hard to be like, you can come off, but probably don't. But please don't.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
Second half it just turned in.
Yeah.
You've lost a few from last season.
Yeah, we've had 3 girls that have gone and decided to have babies this year.
How dare they?
I know, how rude. But, I mean, we just say as long as they're girls, so then they can play
Oh, yeah,
in the years to come, then
Hey,
that's all right.
That's it. For the future.
Yeah.
Hey, we got an interview. I wasn't sure if we're all good. There's a. I got everyone's number, but who was there? Matt. Okay, I'll give him a call then. Very not much organised.
That's okay. My beer's red.
At least gives you time to catch your breath.
Yeah, that's right.
And what are you up to now?
Hello.
Well, I think a few of the
Hey, this is Jordan. Benny told me
so
to
probably
call
hang
you.
around the club
I got an
rooms.
interview.
Usually
I just want to know if I'm all clear to spin around and
spread.
blanket.
Just hanging out with everyone, which would be nice.
Yeah.
Get the club together.
How the men's
Launceston, Burnie today.
Yeah, actually, like they haven't won, but it's been a really positive start for them, I think. Like, their first game, they played Northern Rangers, who obviously won the league undefeated, and I think it was only, I think it was 1-0 in the end.
Probably.
So close, it was
I'm not
such
sure
a
what
good
you
game. So yeah, really positive stuff. And I mean, Ferg, who was our coach for the back-to-back champs, have gone there, so that could be the key.
It is.
Yeah. And yeah.